Our modern world built on advanced, sophisticated technology. But let's go back to where it all began. The Industrial Revolution, dawn of the modern age, was a time of mass production, of faster, bigger, better. A time when raw materials seemed limitless, when pollution and toxic byproducts were the price of progress. A process reliant on cheap labor, a system of take, make, waste, a system we still use today. We make everything in this modern, sophisticated, advanced world in the same linear way, but our population is growing, our resources are not. We cannot maintain this take, make, waste model. So what is the solution? Driven by design, a circular economy eliminates waste and pollution, circulates products and materials, and regenerates nature. In nature, nothing ever really goes to waste. Instead, resources flow. One species waste is another species food. Energy is provided from the sun, things grow and then die, and their nutrients return back to the soil safely. And it works. So why can't we learn from nature and adopt the system into our economy? Why can't we move from a take, make, waste linear economy to a more sustainable circular economy? The transition to a circular economy allows us to reconstruct the global economy towards making it more sustainable for generations to follow. And it gives us the opportunity to redefine ownership, redesign business models, and reform government intervention. What if we didn't own goods? What if we license goods from producers instead? And when they are damaged, we return them for repairs or to be recycled back into the production process. What if producers redesign their products in a way that they could easily be taken apart, their technical components reused or repurposed, and their biological components regenerated into natural systems? What if the government paid subsidies or grants to producers that produce goods with reused circulated resources, or gave tax deductions to businesses with a sustainable circular business model? Already, we see organizations like the Ellen MacArthur Foundation developing and promoting the idea of a circular economy by working with businesses, academia, policymakers, and institutions to build system solutions at scale globally. And businesses already adopting circular business models like Skipping Rocks Lab, redesigning packaging by creating zero waste packaging with biodegradable material, or Depop, redefining ownership of retail goods by allowing users to rent and share clothing. But even though these businesses and organizations are making tremendous effort towards transitioning to a circular economy, it still isn't enough. According to the Circularity Gap report, only 8.6% of the world is operating in a circular way, and that isn't good enough. To accelerate the transition towards building a circular economy, we need to change our take, make, waste mindset and redesign the entire system so we move away from linear thinking and towards circular thinking. To do this, I suggest we take a 3-step approach. And the first step is to create awareness. And we can do this through film and media. So we look at major documentaries tackling major issues. We can see the power that film and documentary has had on creating movements and evoking change in people's mindsets and lifestyles. For example, Netflix documentary The Social Dilemma has made people question their relationship with their devices and even led to people taking measures to spend less time glued to their screens. Through film and media, we can create awareness about the circular economy and encourage consumers to be more aware of the consumer goods they purchase and make producers more conscious of the design of their products and production processes. And secondly, through education. By reforming education, we can introduce the circular economy and its teachings of sustainable design in secondary and tertiary education courses in business, economics, science, technology, and engineering. And through doing this, we'll be encouraging future generations to think and design in a more sustainable way. And lastly, innovation. Through the utilization of 21st century technology like artificial intelligence and application development, we can make returning consumer goods to producers easy, convenient, and rewarding. Imagine having centralized mobile and web applications that can be accessed on any device, making returning and repairing used goods to producers as easy as calling an Uber. In becoming circular, we are creating a system with economic, social, and environmental benefits. With more efficient use of raw materials and resources in the supply chain, corporations will reduce the need for new raw materials and save significantly on production costs. By disassembling and repurposing design products for their biological and technical parts, we'll see better systems and collaboration between companies. And with the transition to a greener economy, more jobs will be created, with an estimate of approximately 18 million sustainable jobs being created by 2030. As more companies adopt a circular business model, consumers will become more aware of how products are made, and this will lead them to lean more towards purchasing consumer goods which are circular rather than linear. And with fewer costs of primary resources, savings will accumulate in favor of families, resulting in higher disposable incomes and allowing an increase in expenditure. By eliminating waste and pollution, we reduce the emissions associated with the production of goods that go to waste. By keeping materials and products in use, we maintain embodied energy in products and materials instead of producing new materials which generate greenhouse gases. And by regenerating natural systems, we store and retain carbon in the soil, which also helps build soil health.